Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patsun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/relationship advice, where OP's ex-wife is now begging for him back. Let's begin. My girlfriend and her coworker were acting inappropriate at work, and I just found out. Posted by Reddit user Big Black Lemon.
I have been with my girlfriend for the past 6 years, and for about a year we have been living together. Everything seems fine until I found out recently that she has been flirting and accepting flirting from a guy at work without ever setting boundaries.
Red flag!
I am guessing that means she welcomes it. I found out all of the following information I'll list here from a person that I used to know that works with them. I didn't believe at first, but soon after seeing some things it all added up. First of all, my girlfriend never really brings this guy up. She has mentioned him several times but hasn't really spoken too much about him. Mainly she made it seem like they are just friendly coworkers. But it actually seems like she flirts with him heavily, and it even sometimes escalates to physical flirting. Apparently, they have been play fighting or play wrestling with each other several times right at work. She's okay with him grabbing her and her grabbing him, so the touch or any physical barrier doesn't even exist. He's also made sexually suggestive gestures towards her because he tied her up with some string to a metal rod and was touching her face.
Is that also a red flag?
Crimson.
Second, she got into an argument with him when he brought breakfast for another girl at work and didn't offer her. To add to this, she got into an argument with some girl whom he was flirting or chatting with at work. In one of her texts to another girl, she was wondering if he has a girlfriend and curious if he is seeing any girl right now and asking other questions about his relationship status. She has given this creep rides to and from work several times. In addition to this, they hung out together outside of work in a group of other coworkers. What's suspicious about all of this is that they would come to these group outings alone together in his or her car. They did meet up with the other coworkers. It gets worse. He no longer works at the job. He moved. It seems like they were planning to go to the same school together and be classmates, but my girlfriend didn't get into that school. This school is 4 hours away from our current location, so they were gonna live in the same town together, separate apartments. This guy is out of the picture now, but I still have a bad taste after this. Do you think there was something between this guy and my girlfriend, or is this an overreaction? Should I just forget this and move on?
OP, it is very clear what's happening here. Your girlfriend was into that guy at work while keeping you around at the same time. From the way that you described it, what they did was not only deeply unprofessional, but also she was at the very least emotionally cheating on you. You've been cheated on, my friend. The only reason she's still with you right now is because she failed to get a commitment from that guy. Do not let yourself become the second choice. And now for today's second story. I divorced my wife after she got cancer and cheated on me. Posted by Reddit user ThrowRA2566.
My ex-wife and I were married for 10 years when she got cancer at 33, stage 1 breast cancer. She had a hard time, but with surgery she got through it. I took time off work to look after her and was with her the entire time as we had moved away from our family. I noticed that she changed a lot after, which is expected after going through something so major. She wanted more from her life than just a 9-to-5 job, so ended up quitting to travel for a bit and just doing whatever she wanted. At first, I went with her because I wanted her to be happy, and this reminded me of her younger self. But that kind of lifestyle blew through our savings, so I went back to work and basically funded her new lifestyle.
Like a little bitch.
While it was exhausting, I didn't care that much because I loved her, and seeing her so happy and full of life after everything she went through was good enough for me. However, one day I heard her talking to her friend over the phone about not feeling satisfied with just me and that she wanted to sleep with other people. I was shocked and didn't know what to do, especially since our sex life had become much more active during that time, so hearing her say that was horrible. That evening she brought it up and said she wanted to be in an open marriage. By that point I had enough time to think and realized there was no way I was okay with that. She explained that I was her first boyfriend and that she had never been with anyone before me. We met in high school, so she wanted to try being with other people. I told her straight that I was not okay with that. We argued for a while, but she eventually said she wouldn't do anything and that she was sorry. Fast forward, she lied and I caught her a couple of weeks later, then we divorced.
Oh, is that right? Well, I sure hope somebody picks up that phone, because I f***ing called it!
It was hard and I was completely broken during the whole thing, and it took me a long time to heal. I couldn't believe that after everything, she could do that to us and throw away 10 years of marriage. It's been nearly 2 years after the divorce now, and yesterday she contacted me through a friend asking to meet up. I was reluctant but agreed. Seeing her again today brought back so many feelings. We small talked for a bit, then she asked me if I was seeing anyone. I said I wasn't, and then she started saying that divorcing me was the biggest regret of her life. After we separated, she went through a hard time and tried to fill my void by seeing multiple other people. But nothing worked. She then dropped a bomb. She wants to get back together with me. She had actually been asking around about me before this, and when she found out that I hadn't been with anyone since our divorce, she assumed I felt the same way. I left feeling dumbfounded and saying I needed time to think. I genuinely don't know what to do, because there's a part of me that wants to believe she did all that because of everything she went through, but at the same time I don't think that's an excuse. Should I give her a chance to explain before I make a decision? Because I feel like I walked out on her before she could. Summary: my ex-wife who had cancer cheated on me, so I divorced her. Now she wants to get back together. Edit: I really didn't expect this many people to reply. To cut things short, she found out. I forgot she was an active user of this sub, and the events lined up enough for her to know it was me. I woke up to a message from her this morning. She said that she saw and was so sorry. After seeing what I wrote, she got to see my side of things. But the thing is, she really didn't. What I put out here is a fraction of what I felt and went through, so she'll never really know. She also said that cancer is a life-changing thing, and the fact that I stuck with her would be something she was eternally grateful for. The whole thing terrified her, and it changed her as a person, and one day when she woke up next to some dude and looked over and realized she had become a completely different person. One that she didn't recognize. She realized what she had done and how badly she messed up. At first she didn't want to contact me because she knew that would be selfish, but then she didn't want to live with regret by never trying in case there was ever a chance I would forgive her. She's willing to wait forever if it means I could forgive her. She also asked why I hadn't been with anyone since her, and a lot of you mentioned the same. To be honest, I didn't actively try with other people because I didn't want to bring all this baggage into a new relationship, especially not before I had tried to fix my issues. And I think this is good closure for me. After seeing a lot of your replies, I know there isn't really a chance for me to forget what she did, but I do want to forgive her as a way to move on. I messaged her all this before replying here.
Gentlemen, I want you to listen to this comment by Reddit user EA Jets.
So let me get this straight. You and her have been together since teenagers. Y'all built a life together. You literally nursed her through the toughest time of her life. She then gets the notion that she hasn't gotten enough out of life, but the enough was other men. So she asks to open the marriage, which most likely was in bad faith because you caught her cheating not long after, so who knows how long she was doing it. Y'all divorce and proceeds to screw whoever her heart desires, just to realize that none of them cared about her nowhere near the way you did. So now she wants to come back after she has had her fill in the streets and manipulate her way back into your life. And you're asking if you should hear her side of things. Well, ask her yourself this. Would she be able to say anything that would undo what she has done to you? Would she be able to say anything that would make you be able to trust and believe in her again? Is there any explanation she could offer that would keep you from being insecure the next time she begins to act differently? If not, then I would say myself the anguish and go about your life and work towards happiness. Good luck, OP.
Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.